Hi, and welcome to this first episode with me, Darren, and what will be Keble Road Junction. So, Keble Road Junction has been about 6 or 7 years in the making so far, just to get to this stage, which is my baseboards inside my garage, which obviously took me some time, obviously investing to get this done. So, plastering, boarding out, etc. So, it's not a cheap hobby, as I'm sure we all know. But obviously, now's the exciting part to really start to see what this is gonna turn into. It's going to be a long-term project. I'm in a house now with my wife and 2 children. I'm going to be here for many years, so there's no rush for me to get this done and take my time to really learn the hobby, because I've got a lot to learn. I've never done one before, but I've always been into trains as a kid. I actually grew up not far from the Great Western Railway route between Paddington and Reading. This is it. This is the start of my N-gauge model railway, Keble Road Junction. So, as you can see, I've tried to make this look, relatively homely. It is a garage, so there will be cold times in the winters, some warm times probably in the summer. But as you can see, I've got a TV in here. I can watch some of the YouTube stuff that I follow, so the usual guys, Everard Junction, Simon Shed, obviously Dave Watson as well, New Junction, and probably lots of others that we've all followed and watched, and now I want to be part of that. So this is going to be my, following my journey. It's going to take me probably quite some time, so I'm not going to rush, as I said. Probably hopefully upload something once a month, once every 6 weeks. But yeah, N-gauge. As you can see, I've got a picture of the Flying Scotsman. Well, I say a picture of the Flying Scotsman. It's actually a 1,000-piece puzzle that my wife was good enough to do for me. I'm not a puzzle person, although a lot of people probably could think that doing N-gauge model railways probably is a bit of a puzzle itself. But yeah, let me show you around. Let me show you what I've built and what it's going to look like, and sort of give you some sizes as well. So here we are, and firstly, apologies for any shakiness. Obviously, doing this on my phone to start with. Obviously, we'll probably invest in some technology and stuff to help me produce some better content for you as we go. But as you can see, these are the baseboards. So these are all made from 12mm ply. Obviously, about I think they're 1220 by 600. So it is a all the way around baseboard setup, as you can see here. So obviously you can see the garage door. There's obviously a bit of space. Obviously you still have to have things like my children's bikes and such like. Obviously my wife wouldn't let me have the entire garage. So yeah, all the way around here, as you can see, there's going to be a lift up section just by the door, obviously for entry. So a bit there. I've got to work out how that's exactly going to work. I think I need to move those brackets a little bit higher, because I think obviously rails will catch from what I understand. And then yeah, all the way around here, and then back round to where the TV is, as you can see. As you can see here, the frontage, or the cloth front, this is actually a really cheap solution. In fact, I was going to look at doing proper fabric, but actually it was my wife that came up with the idea of using essentially what is garden membrane. So it's quite thin, but it does a brilliant job just to hide away all the stuff that's underneath. As you can see, it's a little bit thin, you can't see through it, but it hides what is behind. Being a garage with a garden outside, I need, more my wife needs, garden tools, and we've got paint and such likes underneath, so keeps it nice and hidden away. As you can see, lights here again. These are just LED lights with a controller. So if I go over here, I can change the colour. So there we go. So green, actually yellow. What else we got? So light blue. Just something a bit fun. I had some spare LED lights from in the house, from a room inside, which I didn't need anymore. Again, just to make it kind of homely, fairly smart looking, and yeah, just a nice little add-on to make it more enjoyable being in here. As I said, there's the 1,000-piece Flying Scotsman puzzle. It's a brilliant puzzle my wife did for me a few years ago. I'm not the puzzle type myself, but yeah, maybe my puzzle is building this N-gauge model railway. So what are we going to have? So at the moment, I'm currently designing my layout on AnyRail. So I don't know if some of you may have used the software, the application before. AnyRail's really useful. I've not done model railways before. Well, not since I was a child. Obviously, as a kid, had a little one, as a lot of us probably did. But essentially, what we're going to have here. So this is going to be the main station area. So the station is going to be it's going to be a 4-track main line, 2 up, 2 down, loosely based on my local station to me. So at the moment, so I grew up on the Great Western Railway route between London and Paddington, but now live a little bit sort of further south and west now. So I'm actually on the southwestern railway route that goes into Waterloo. So yeah, this will be the main station area here. There'll be obviously a load of point work here, which is again loosely based on the current local station to me. They're going to come around here. Obviously, fairly nice sweeping curves. Obviously, N gauge. The reason I've chosen N, I just want to get as much as I can in, really. Double O is obviously the common gauge, if you like, that we all had as probably children, as kids. But I really want to take my time, get lots of operational interest, and make it an enjoyable place to be and have fun with it over the years as well. This I'm still designing, as I say. What I will do is I will show where I am with my design. I'll bring that up on the video in a bit, but this is going to be probably a bit of a TMD area. Obviously it is going to be a loop all the way around, but I will create a bit of a TMD section here, maybe up into that corner as well. This obviously is going to be just basically a through route. Here I'll probably put possibly some hills or maybe a sort of town scene, although I might put the town scene at the other end in a second as we go round. I want to try and keep, not too much track here. Obviously it's going to be 4 lines all the way around, but obviously with it being lifted as well, obviously we need to make sure that joins up perfectly each time. So again, not quite sure what I'm going to do here. I'm still designing, which I'll show shortly. And then when I come around here, I'm going to take a couple of tracks, obviously up towards that wall, and then around the back. And then at the back of this section here, I'm going to have a fiddle yard. So I'll have probably a 5, possibly 6 track fiddle yard along the back here. And that will be covered. I'll build on top of that. That may be where I put the town scene across the top of that, and I'll make that sort of, I can lift out so I can get into the fiddle yard as well. And then around this side, and then not quite sure again what we're going to do in this corner, and then that will join back up to the main station here, which as I said is going to be 2 lines, 2 up, 2 down, fast and slow. With 5 platforms, so we've got 1 and 2, and then platform in the middle 1 and 3 and 4 on the other side, and then actually on this side, probably about here, will be a sort of terminus platform, if you like, which actually again loosely based on the local stations, the line that goes from my current local station up to Reading, as it is. So that will probably just sort of go here, and then I'm just going to take it off up here and into that corner, and then probably into some sort of hillside or something to hide where the trains go. So that's it. That's essentially what I'm going to be creating. What I'll do now is I'll bring up the current position of where I am on my AnyRail design. If I just sort of turn around here again, in terms of size. Decent size for N gauge, right? So this is from here all the way to here. It is about 15 feet, and then obviously at the ends from there to there is, I think it's about 9 feet. So 15 by 9, decent size for N gauge, decent size for double O, in fact. But yeah, I've decided on N gauge. Took a little bit of inspiration from Simon Shed. All plenty of operational interest. TMD main station here. Probably would definitely have some stuff going on this side. And obviously a fiddle yard over here as well. So yeah, plenty to do. But yeah, would welcome any suggestions, any comments below. I am on a learning journey very much. And yeah, if you can, I'll show you now the current design on my AnyRail software. So there we go. So first episode, one of probably potentially quite a lot over the next good few years as I build this out. As I've taken you around, so this is the side will be the main station. That end's going to be the fiddle yard underneath the TV. And yeah, still very much designing the layout as you saw on the Anyrail software. Hopefully get that finished maybe in the next sort of couple of weeks, and then once I'm happy with it, you can actually print it out on 1:1 scale, so I can actually lay out all the bits of paper all the way around, so I actually see what the layout will actually look like when it's finished, obviously just in paper form to start with. And then once I'm happy, I'll then get into the probably the bit that we all probably sort of shrug our shoulders at when you see how much we've got to buy. But it's a long-term project, as I said. I have joined my local model railway, or will be joining my local model railway society. Guys there, I've got years of experience in this hobby, so hopefully we'll learn a lot from them. Yeah, really looking forward to it. Would love comments, suggestions, ideas. As I do this, I'm very much learning from the bottom, and I've got a big steep learning curve to go through. But yeah, would love your help, some comments, any ideas, suggestions. On anything really, on best ways to lay track, to glue, to pin, best places to get backboard, what type of track, probably go with code 55 for N-gauge. Yeah, and then in terms of controlling, I'm going to control through DCC. I work in technology myself, so I'm very, I like to be sort of up with all the latest stuff technology-wise, so anything that's modern, automation, so I will be looking to apply automation to this when I get that far along. So plenty of operational interest. So yeah, any ideas on whether it's digitracks or what controllers to use, anything, any suggestions would be hugely welcome. But hopefully that's useful. As I said, my name's Darren, this will be Keble Road Junction. Yeah, please like, subscribe, share, and come on this journey with me. This is the first episode, and it will be one of very many over the coming years. And yeah, it'd be great to have you along for the journey with me. So until next time, see you later. Bye bye.